Hey everybody, it's Meredith Miller with Inner Integration here with your Monday Sana Q&As. Just as a reminder, please use the link below the video if you would like to submit a question for one of the upcoming Q&As. The rest of my information is down there below. And also please note the holidays are coming very soon. I will be taking some time for self-care during the holidays, which means my schedule for coaching is going to be slightly limited. So if you would like to get a coaching session before the end of the year, going into the holidays, getting things ready for the new year, please go ahead and book that soon so we can get you on my schedule. So I'm going to read this question, which says, "Hey Meredith, I have been implementing no contact with my ex who betrayed me by cheating with his ex-girlfriend, among many other things, for about a month now. He hurt me very deeply, and the pain I have experienced in this experience is not something I can fully describe. I had to put up a boundary twice to him in a very strong way, telling him over text and email a week apart that if he continued to contact me, I would get the police involved. I have been enjoying 1 month of no contact without this man in my life and have slowly been healing and have been focusing a lot on self-care. Today, I came home from being out all day and discovered a book in my mailbox. It was wrapped in a Barnes & Noble bag, no note, nothing. I know it was him that dropped it off to me. The book is called Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less. It's a book that I would genuinely be interested in reading, but at the same time, I can't help but wonder if I should get rid of it, donate it, burn it, or something else with it." So yeah, if you really know that it was him, I would get rid of that too. I wouldn't even crack it open. I wouldn't read it and then get rid of it. I would just, whether you take it to Goodwill or Salvation Army, some kind of donation center, the library, whatever you feel like doing with it, putting it out on the street. Here in Portland, people leave books in certain areas of streets and people take and leave books and whatnot. Whatever you feel like doing with it, but I would get rid of it if you definitely feel like it was connected to him. It could be absolutely nothing. It could just be he bought this random book and, just wanted to mess with your mind or just get in some contact with you or make you wonder if it was him. But there also could be some kind of like mind fuck message in there. You know how they do, where they try to convey something to you, and then make you spend a lot of time and energy wondering like, what was he trying to say? And like, was he trying to say that he's one of those essential things in your life, but he's not? Or like, maybe it had something to do with something that he knew you were into and interested in. Either way, accepting that gift is dangerous. I agree. Like at the very least, it's like accepting a form of contact with him, right? So receiving that book, finding that book in your mailbox probably brought up some new waves of flashbacks and thinking about him and what happened, which was probably the whole point that he had anyways, right? So I'm sorry that you went through that betrayal. That's horrible. And right now, if your mind is going to that, the betrayal and the hurt and the pain and all of the things that he did, right? Betrayal, this word. It's a good opportunity to ask yourself, how am I betraying myself? Right? Because that's the mirror experience with people. Sometimes people get confused with this, and sometimes there are abusers that abuse this spiritual tenet to get you to think that you're just like them. And they'll say, well, it's just a mirror experience. You're just like, the other person. No, it's not the exact thing. It's the mirror opposite. It's the flip of it. So if you attract somebody who's deceiving you or who's betraying you, it's probably because you are deceiving yourself. You're betraying yourself. It doesn't mean you're betraying them. It means you're betraying you. So what's a form of self-betrayal? Well, a very simple form of self-betrayal is allowing someone into your life who's hurting you. Because you get to pick. Your boundaries choose whether that person comes into your life or not. And if you allowed that person in, maybe later you recognize, wow, I was betraying myself. I was betraying my own integrity my own values, what I really believe in, what really matters to me, by allowing that person in my life, by allowing that person to treat me like that, by allowing these things to go on and still trying to work it out and still trying to love and accept this person, even though clearly that person had no respect for you, right? So it's a really good opportunity to turn that question inward. Now, those are the answers and the questions we don't want to see, right? It's a lot easier to put it outside you. It's their fault. They did it. They hurt me. They betrayed me. They deceived me. They cheated, blah, 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 right? It's a lot harder to turn the mirror inward and say, okay, how am I attracting these experiences? Not because you deserved it. You don't deserve it. It's not about that. That's not how the universe works. The universe works on vibrations. So whatever you're putting out, you're going to get back. If the message you're putting out is denial, right? Is self-betrayal. It's self-deception, actually. Self-deception is denial, where you're lying to yourself. You don't want to see the truth. You don't want to see the truth about your childhood. You don't want to see the truth about your current partner. You don't want to see the truth about the soul-sucking job you're in. Like, whatever the reality is, that denial is devastating. And that's you. That's your own brain, your own mind working against you. So it's really important to look at that, because, as the codependent, that was the hook. Like, we were in denial about what was happening. We were deceiving ourselves, and so we allowed that other person or many other people to continue to deceive us, because we were deceiving ourselves, because we were trained to do that. If you grew up in a family with a narcissistic, psychopathic, other cluster B parent, you learn to betray yourself. You learn to deceive yourself. You learn to deceive your own feelings. You had to. It was a form of survival. The narcissistic parent did not allow you to have your feelings, your needs, your perceptions of reality, unless those corresponded with their own agenda, with whatever they wanted. But chances are they didn't. And whenever they didn't, you were not allowed to that. You were not allowed that at all. So you learn to lie to yourself, and then you learn to lie to everybody else. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, everything's great. But inside you're dying, like you're crying inside. You're just like, the tears are welling up behind your eyes and they're stuck in your throat, because you've been doing this for so long. You've just been stuffing it down for so long. So I really encourage you, all of you who are having that thought, I was betrayed. Whether you were cheated on with your lover, your partner, or whether it was your business partner who betrayed you, stole the business, didn't pay you the money, whatever the situation, if you were betrayed, I encourage you to turn that question inward. How am I betraying myself? How did I betray myself? That's really powerful. You're not going to want to look at that, but that is going to move the needle drastically for you. That's really going to change things for you. It's going to get you out of the victimhood of they betrayed me, because that's passive, right? They did that to me. I am the direct object, or the indirect object in this case, right? I'm not the subject of the sentence, I'm the object. They did it to me. So flip it around, so then you become the subject. I betrayed myself. That's powerful. That's really powerful. That's empowerment when you turn it back and look at yourself. It's not your fault. It's not your fault at all, but just recognize that the vibrations you're putting out there, other people are subconsciously responding to. Psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists, borderlines, other abusers are going to hone in on that, because you're an easy target. If you can lie to yourself, you're going to accept their lies, right? And they know that. So I want to congratulate you on going no contact with this guy. Great job. Great job setting strong boundaries, putting that in writing, saying, do not contact me. If you contact me again, I'm going to the police. Now recognize you can't do that, right, with this book situation, because you can't prove it was him. And of course, that's why he did it. There's plausible deniability. You can't prove it. So many people go through these scenarios, right? He knows that. Just don't give him any of your energy. He would love for you to break that resolve, to break your boundary, to violate your own boundary, right? And to break the no contact, so that you get in contact. Did you leave this for me? And I told you not to, whatever. don't do anything. Don't reach out to him at all. Pretend like it never happened, according to him, right? You need to deal with the inside. I don't mean pretend it, like stuff it away and deny what's actually happening, but I mean don't give him anything. Also, great job focusing on healing and self-care. Great job. That is the path forward. That is the path forward, focusing on self-care, focusing on your healing. That's where you want to focus your attention, your time, your energy. This is so powerful. Like the word focus in Latin comes from what means domestic hearth, right? Which is, the hearth is like the fireplace in the house. It's like the center point of the house. It's like what brings warmth. It's what cooks food. It's what gathers family and people around it, right? So what are you bringing into your home? What you're focusing on, you are making the center point of your home, right? Home could be your sense of home inside you, could literally be your home. You're attracting that energy inward. What are you focusing on? What's heating your home? What's at the center of your home? Does it bring you warmth? Does it make your heart feel warm and happy and joyful? Or does it make it feel painful and cold? Right? So be very cautious where you're investing your focus, because all of your mental and emotional energy gets channeled behind that focus. That's the power of your attention. Wherever you're putting that, that's what's growing in your life. So if all your attention, your time, your energy, your focus is going to your ex, is going to the obsession, is going to the past, that's what's growing. That's why nothing's getting better. And I'm not saying that's you, I'm just speaking in general, right? But that's what would be growing in your life if that's what you're focusing on. So get really clear with yourself. What do you want to grow in your life? That's where you want to direct your attention and your focus and your awareness. All of that energy, you want to focus it on what you want to grow in your life, what makes you feel alive, what makes you feel joyful, what makes you feel like life is meaningful, what makes you feel like you're living a sense of purpose in every moment. That's where you want to put your attention. So I'm sending you a big hug.